The television keeps talking. The volume is too loud. The channel isn't interesting anymore. But nobody moves, not because they're comfortable. Because changing one channel means standing up, walking across the room, and turning a heavy dial by hand. One small action, repeated hundreds of times every year. The strange truth is that for most of television history, controlling your TV meant leaving your seat every single time. Then, one forgotten invention quietly changed the way people relaxed forever. The evening has finally arrived. Dinner is over. The entire family gathers around the television. It sits proudly in the corner of the living room, inside a large wooden cabinet. The screen glows softly. Everyone settles into their favorite chair. For a few peaceful minutes, everything feels perfect. Then, the program ends. A boring commercial begins. Someone sighs. Everyone looks at each other. Nobody wants to get up. After several awkward seconds, one person finally stands. They walk across the room, turn the heavy channel dial, walk back, sit down again. A few minutes later, the volume becomes too loud. The same journey begins once more. Then another channel, another trip. Then the picture loses signal. Another trip. Every adjustment means interrupting your comfort. Children are often asked to change the channel for their parents. Many jokingly become the family's human remote control. Watching television isn't completely relaxing. It always requires movement. The television controls you more than you control it. The dark truth is that early televisions gave viewers almost no freedom. Changing channels took effort. Volume adjustments required standing up. Some televisions even needed careful tuning every time you switched stations. Families accepted constant interruptions because they had no better option. As televisions became larger and more popular, living rooms also changed. People placed heavy TV cabinets farther away for better viewing. That meant even longer walks every time someone wanted a different channel. For elderly people or anyone with limited mobility, simple adjustments became frustrating. Manufacturers realized something important. The television had become smarter, but controlling it remained strangely primitive. People wanted convenience. They wanted comfort. They wanted technology to come to them instead of forcing them to move. The world was ready for something completely different. The search for a remote control began long before modern electronics. In the 1950s, engineers introduced the first wireless television remote. One early model used a beam of light aimed at sensors on the television. It worked surprisingly well, until sunlight entered the room. Bright windows sometimes confused the system. Inventors kept improving the idea. Soon, another breakthrough appeared. A remote that used high-frequency sound instead of light. Tiny metal bars inside the remote produced ultrasonic tones when buttons were pressed. The television listened for those sounds and changed channels automatically. Eventually, infrared technology replaced older systems. It became cheaper, more reliable, more accurate. Suddenly, people could control televisions without leaving their chairs. One small device completely changed home entertainment. The turning point happened quietly. Families stopped arguing about who had to stand up. Living rooms became more comfortable. Watching movies became effortless. Technology slowly spread beyond televisions. Remote controls began operating garage doors, air conditioners, music systems, fans, projectors. Today, a single remote can control an entire room. One invention transformed convenience itself. But here is a strange fact. Some of the earliest ultrasonic remotes produced sounds that certain dogs could hear. Pets sometimes reacted to television controls long before people noticed anything. Another forgotten fact is that children were once jokingly called the remote control because parents constantly asked them to change channels. Technology eventually replaced one of the most common family jobs in history. The next time you press a button without leaving your couch, remember this. For decades, every channel change required effort. Every volume adjustment interrupted comfort. A device small enough to fit inside your hand quietly changed how billions of people relaxed. The strangest part isn't that the remote controls your television. It's that it gave people something even more valuable: the freedom to stay exactly where they wanted to be,